Tashi Tsunami here.
Red Cody here, and we are at Department. Oh,
Yeah.
at Department.
We are in the BX, you guys.
Yeah.
This don't look like Brooklyn to me.
Nope.
We are in front of the Bronx Native storefront.
Yes.
And today we are interviewing Amaurys, the owner of Bronx Native. And we are going to talk about what it takes
to be an entrepreneur here in the Bronx. What it's like.
And actually just a community leader.
Yeah.
Creator, community leader, all of that. But we're super excited, you guys. We are taking Department out of Brooklyn, and we are here in the Bronx.
And it's cold out here.
And it's cold.
So let's go inside.
Let's get inside, Styles. Come on. Let's not waste no time.
You guys, welcome back to Department. What's up? We are here in the Bronx with the Bronx Native. I always wanted to do that.
Yeah.
I used to watch Williston Park. I used to see everybody in the audience doing this.
Yo, X is up. Awesome.
Yes, Amaurys let us in his shop, you guys. We've taken it over for the moment.
Yeah.
And we have some questions to ask the Bronx Native himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for coming by, for being here. You know, BKBX. We at the Bronx Native Shop, and happy to be here. Happy to be alive another year, 2026. And this is technically the first podcast of 2026 that I'm doing. So this is awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Before we get to it, can we smile for the camera?
Yeah. You already know, man. Shine bright like a diamond. Shout out to Riri. And shout out to us, man. We making it happen.
For real.
Facts. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, let's get into these questions because we kind of have a lot of questions, but we're just gonna get to what we can. You know, you're a busy man. You're literally on the clock right now.
Yeah. So right now,
he's working right now.
24/7.
Yeah. Interrupt your business right now. So let's get to it.
Let's get it.
So, when you first started Bronx Native Apparel, did you see it becoming a movement, or is this something that developed over time?
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, definitely. So when we first started looking, because at first we just wanted to rep, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
We just wanted to wear some BX merch,
Yeah.
rep where we're from. And first off, we didn't really find merchandise that really was representing the culture and was Bronx based. And then the things that we did find was kind of like touristy, you know what I mean? Like just like, oh, BX or whatever, nothing too crazy, nothing that was visually appealing, something cool. And around that time, 2015, 2016, you know, it was the hype beast era. Everybody, you know, logos, this, that. Everybody was outside doing the thing. And then we said, you know, we need to create a brand that, number one, is rooted in the Bronx, rooted in community, rooted in us. And number two, something that is visually appealing, something that people would want to wear, right? You know, something.
See a few things I want to wear.
Dope. And you know, me as a creative, my sister as a, you know, I'm a graphic designer by trade. My sister's a fashion designer. We said, let's do this, man. Let's put our heads together. Let's figure it out. Let's create this brand that not only tackles issues that we go through on a day-to-day basis here in the Bronx, not only represents our people, our culture, history, everything, but it's also cool. You know what I mean? It's also visually appealing. It's designing with a cause. I call it designing with a purpose. Something that looks beautiful, but also tells a story and is a call to action, is a conversation starter. So we look into all those things when creating the design, and we're very intentional, right? We like to teach. We like to put out Bronx facts through our designs. We like to, you know, again, tell the story of our people, our voices. So that's what kind of that's what differentiates ourselves from any other brand. We're not just sticking our logo on merch and just being like, okay, this is our brand, go buy it. You know what I mean? We are intentionally designing. We are putting together things that provoke thought, things that provoke conversation, and things that represent the Bronx accordingly, and things that are cool, things that are fire, and people could just vibe out with it.
One piece that I saw was your El Bronx shirt that has a 718, I think, on the back.
Yes.
That shirt is so simple, but it makes such a big statement. It's like so clear what you're saying there.
True.
And I think what's so cool about your merch is not only would like a tourist come in here and be like, oh, I'm in the Bronx, like let me get something to bring back home. But people who are from the Bronx want to wear it too. It's not like just like a I love New York shirt, where it's like, I'm from New York, I'm not gonna wear no I love New York shirt, but you would wear this stuff. And that is
no,
that's the
true.
difference.
And thank you for mentioning that. And you're right. One of our first viral shirts was the El Bronx shirt, right? And it's something that is so simple, but because there was nothing like that too, that's filling in the gap, right? And more than 50% of the people here in the Bronx are Spanish, are Latino, Latina, and is representing that. But everybody loves it, you know. What I mean? Oh, and bro, you know what I mean, bro, 718, you know what I mean. So it's just so and it's so simple ideas that sometimes make the most impact. So we're always trying to encapsulate that and create impact with our merch. So thank you. That's awesome. Yeah.
The intentions are there and they speak very loudly.
Yes, thank you.
School, right? You only made one? It was good too?
Okay. Ooh, recently we were on your Instagram. We saw you got a tour of City Hall with Mom Donnie.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
Very cool.
Can you tell us a little bit more about that experience? And then, do you see yourself getting into politics? Because it's like, like I don't know. We're kind of seeing it.
First of all, shout out Zoran Mandani. You already know, our new NYC mayor. Super excited for this new era that's happening now. Super excited for the new administration. And yes, we've been working with them. We've been working with their office, you know what I mean, from content creation to things like, being in City Hall, right? Going to the first press conference, getting a tour of that building, which was my first time there. So you already know I was geeked. I was hyped, you know what I mean? I was like, yeah. Everywhere I went in the building, I was like, yeah. Zoran did a couple. He gave us a couple years, you know what I mean? When I asked the question in the press, I was like, can I get a yeah? Yeah, they passed the vibe test, so you already know. But no, an incredible experience, and what a way to start the year, right? Setting the tone for greatness and for impact and for just aligning yourself with change makers in the future, which is happening now, right? So I got invited to City Hall for a tour, I mean? It was incredible, and it was hosted by Zoran Mandani, so he took us to all the spaces in the building and told us about the history, told us about like the portraits they have, and stuff like that. And it was really intimate, very my bad.
Okay.
I thought I turned this off. Oh shit, it's both phones. Okay.
Oh,
fuck. Wait, my bad.
both phones.
Thank you. Oh shit. Okay, wait. Let me. I know where I'm at, so I'm gonna continue from there. Let me just put this down. Yes. So everyone's calling. Incredible. I love it. 2026. Liddy. So I went on a tour, and it was awesome. The tour was incredible. And then the second part of that was his first press conference in the Blue Room, and it's awesome because usually that room and the is basically the press conference room of City Hall is usually for legacy media, big platforms when it comes to, CNN, Fox, all these major platforms. But what he's doing is acknowledging content creators, local influencers, and creators and entrepreneurs as legitimate platforms that are creating impact and have change, and what I mean, and have purpose in their community. So he invited me. He invited a bunch of content creators, what I mean, that do different things, as quote unquote the new media creators. Yeah. New media. No, let me say that again. As the new media creators, and it's amazing, right, to be acknowledged, right, to be in rooms like that, to be able to ask questions, and I was able to ask a question about small businesses, local entrepreneurs, which he answered. And then one of the most beautiful things about being in that space, and I was talking to another creator when I was there, and she was like, you know what's amazing? If you look around the room, it's amazing the amount of color that is in the room. You already know the black and brown creators coming together, making it happen, and it was beautiful. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, it is our time now to really step up and really take ownership, change the narrative, and just make it happen our way. And again, shout out to the mayor, shout out to everybody there in the office, and excited for what's to come this year and throughout the whole administration. Let's get it. And then the second part was, if I see myself, I never. I'm a person that I would never say never, right?
Yeah.
I'm open to what life brings my way, and I'm my method in life is openness, and putting out greatness, positivity, and receiving that, and just moving through life again with purpose, with a mission, and to create social impact, right? So I do know that as a politician, as an elected official, you do have that power to change the narrative and to do so many different things. So I would never say never. I'm not technically in plans to do so, or what I mean. I'm very, not saying that I'm comfortable, but I'm very happy with my position as a creative social entrepreneur, right? As a creative first, somebody who expresses themselves, and second, as a social entrepreneur, and as a content creator, as a what I mean, all these things. It's a beautiful space where I'm at, and I would love to continue developing that and make it happen. But let's see what happens in the future. You know what I mean? I'll be over there. You know what I mean? For the
Real
Bronx,
quick. How important is that second part? The entrepreneur to the creator.
Yes.
Just
so,
like.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's equally as important. You know what I mean? And I feel like I've been able to have them go hand in hand and work together from a very early age. I knew, first of all, I was always like a creative. So I was always drawing, and I was always like, just expressing myself and stuff. So I always knew I wanted to be an artist. But then I always knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur too. I was like, I don't want to be a starving artist. I want to be able to make it happen. And my dad was an entrepreneur as well. He had a couple of businesses in the Heights and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I grew up seeing that, and really seeing that somebody that looked like us can be in those positions and can have a business, can be self-made. So I think that inspired me, and just internally I was like, okay, from a very early age, I'm going to be an artist, I'm going to be an entrepreneur, right? How do I mix those things up together? And then also my love for community and my social layer of it is added into there too when it comes to Bronx Native and what we do. I'm a creative, but I'm equally an entrepreneur. And a lot of times it's not easy to mix those things together because in a way, they're very different, but very similar. Because as an entrepreneur, you have to be creative in the ways that you pivot and maneuver through the landscape, right? As an entrepreneur, you're also expressing yourself through your businesses and ventures and your marketing and all these things. So I've been very blessed, because a lot of people, they either have the creative don't have the entrepreneurship, or they have the entrepreneurship, don't have the creative. And I've been able to merge those two things together and create things like the Bronx Native, like this shop, you know what I mean? So very important, especially now in the time that we're living in, because I feel like now more is asked from us as creative, as anybody, as a content creator. You gotta edit, you gotta post, you gotta do your marketing. You have to, you know what I mean? You got your self brand
before you know what it
is. Yeah. Facts. You're like already an entrepreneur, low key. Everyone's an entrepreneur because you have to develop your own brand and your own, stuff. So super important. And I think we're living in the intersection of that, and let's get it. We're all entrepreneurs. We're all creatives. we're all human. We're all outside. We're all making it happen. So yeah.
I love that. Okay, so as a Bronx native, what differentiates the Bronx from any other borough?
Yes. So, what differentiates the Bronx from any other borough? I think as New York City, we're similar, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people like to pin, BK and BX and all these things, but we are very similar. We're literally right now, the shop is in the farmost tip of the Bronx. This is the most southern of the Bronx that you can get. We're talking about the South Bronx, right? Right around the corner is the bridge to Harlem, right? The 3rd Avenue Bridge. So we're so close to each other. We're so much things overlap and inspire each other, and we're very similar. But BX, what makes us different, I do feel that we are one of the last frontiers and boroughs that haven't really seen the extremities and saturation of gentrification and just other people moving in. Like when I was in Manhattan the other day, I was in Brooklyn the other day, and I was like, I was literally looking at everybody walking. I think I was like in Williamsburg or Bushwick, one of those.
Yeah.
I was looking at everybody and I was like, bro, none of these people are natives. None of these people are New Yorkers. Like you could tell. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy. Like you go to a space and everybody, you could tell, like, what they wear, what they look, how they walk in. So I'm like, none of these people are originally from New York. They come here, they make this their home. They're working here. They're in school here, which is amazing. But I feel like we're one of the last places that hasn't gotten there yet.
Yeah.
You noticed the cobblestone streets when we were walking over here. We're like, this is old New York.
Old school. But yeah, I think that's one of the different things. Authenticity. I think this is one of the last places, like old school New York vibes. Some places that you go, you can see those remnants of old school New York and stuff like that. And I would say that's one of the main differences. Yeah.
Do me a favor. I need you to indoctrinate these women into New York.
I'm gonna like them.
Because they're from. Where you guys from again?
We're from Bay Area, California.
I knew it. No. Y'all give me Brooklyn, actually. Y'all give me Brooklyn.
And how long have you guys?
We've been here 10 years.
10 years. Yeah. No, that's amazing. No.
New Yorkers now.
Shout out to the West Coast. Yeah. They say if you're here for 10 years, you're a New Yorker. It's all love. You know what I mean? There's a city of love. We accept everybody.
Thank you.
You guys,
as you were saying, you can just tell they're not from here. I'm like, oh God.
No. Now that you mention it, I can see a little bit. Just the swag and the aura is a little different from the East Coast and West Coast. But it's all awesome.
From the Bay to Pelham Bay.
Hey, from the Bay to Pelham Bay. That's awesome. And yeah, Pelham Bay is the largest park in NYC. A little history, and it's in the Bronx. You already know.
Hey, it's your girl Keys Lachey. We are here at Department BK Tune into their YouTube Wednesdays at 10 a.m. You can find me on Instagram at Keys Lachey.
Yes. Yes. Let's get it. Yeah.
Okay, so the Bronx Native store front is like a portal to NYC nostalgia.
Yes.
What are 3 things in this store that best represent the Bronx?
3 things in the store that
Yeah.
best represent the Bronx. All right. Yes. So one thing is the walls, right? So when we first started the Bronx Native shop, first of all, we wanted a way to create this spot into a cultural hub, into a place where our community can come here, gather, come to open mics, shop, engage, break bread, and make it happen. And then second of all, we were thinking of a way to really make the shop fire without really spending too much money. You already know, because we literally started. You know what I mean? We was selling shirts from our Section 8 apartment. You know what I mean? Everything was self-funded and stuff. So one of the things that we came up with was like, okay, graffiti started in the Bronx. You know, one of the elements of hip hop, and when you think about graffiti, what is it? Is when you leave your mark, when your signature, right, your identity. And then we said, you know what, we're gonna allow anybody that comes in the shop to tag up the walls. You know what I mean? And it just encapsulates this sense of community, and it pairs perfectly with Bronx culture, graffiti, hip hop, and all these things that we represent. So I would say that's one of them. You know what I mean? The walls, with people coming like, "Yo, where's my signature? Oh shit, it's still there." Or some people tag over them. You know what I mean? There's some, before the shop, it's shelved up and stuff. But before the pandemic, there was no shelves. It was all walls, and it was kind of a multi-purpose space that we changed up for different events and stuff like that. So now it's a little bit shelved up, but the tags are still there. People still tag up to this day. And I think that's one of the things that really encapsulates what we do, encapsulates the Bronx and just the community. So you said 3 of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, another thing. I'm just looking around. I would say all the memorabilia that's here, right? It's really a collection of things that I found throughout the journey. Like we have the phone booth, right? Old school. Found that in in a garage sale.
Really?
Right? We have the boom box from the 1970s.
How did you get this sign?
This sign, I found it in the street. You know?
Really?
So no, I actually did. So it was after like one of those like big storms or something, like basically like 5 years ago almost, and it was like 5 blocks that way. And I was in an Uber, right? And I was in the Uber coming to the shop, and I was like, wait a minute, did we just pass a sign, the Brooklyn sign? It was on the floor already. Yeah. And I was like, nah, I told Uber, nah, wait, go back, bro. We gotta take this shit, we have to. It's not like what? And it was like raining and shit. And then bro, so I picked it up. I come out the Uber, I pick it up, I try to put it in the Uber. And you know what the thing about these signs is that when you look at them from far, they don't look that big.
Yeah.
But it's huge. It's huge, right? Yeah. So I'm like, it didn't fit in the car. And the car was like, nah, bro, we can't put this in here. So I was like, man, fuck it, bro. I'm gonna walk with it. And I'm literally walking. There's like a video of me like back in the days, like on IG story, where I'm like, walking with it in the rain through the highway, like with a big ass sign, just like making sure no one sees me. And like these are reflective, so like all the cars, like all the light is reflecting on it. I'm over here, but I finally made it, and then we are on Bruckner too, so it's awesome, and it's one of the like a centerpiece in a way here in the shop.
Definitely,
and it's awesome. But and collected, with all the other stuff that we have collected, I think that's one of the things that really represent the culture here, and tells a story. Every little, the Vienna sausages, people like, yo, it's a struggle meal for us, man. We're like, yo, remember, the best, that's the best, the quarter waters, and everything else we have here. And then third, I would say the way we use the shop, right? Because this shop, again, it's a cultural hub, is a multi-purpose space, and we do everything from events, open mics, block parties, podcasts, you know what I mean, to school trips, right? We've done literally everything in this shop, and it's a fairly small shop.
Hosted field trips?
Yeah,
Oh
all the time. Yeah, we got trips. We got a trip. Actually tomorrow. I'm gonna be like, I'm going to a school. I'm gonna be like principal for the day. So that's gonna be fun. Stay tuned with that. But yeah, no, we have schools coming in. I already spoke to like people in Fordham and stuff. We're getting those dates set up, and we've done everything. Workshops here. We've hosted. This is one of the first places that AOC campaigned at when she first started her campaign. We've had celebrities here, athletes, you name it. It's been pretty iconic. So those are the 3 things that I'll say that really, truly encapsulate what we do and just the Bronx culture in general. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Dope.
Awesome.
Right? You only made one?
No, what you're doing here is just amazing, and I feel like
Inspirational.
and very inspirational.
Thank you.
Yeah, we had so much fun, just finding out information about you, going, clicking on all the links, reading about you.
Awesome.
Going through your Instagram.
A couple things here and there.
Like the mayor of the Bronx.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
No, we make it happen.
What did we say? We said community leader.
Yes,
Community leader.
leader.
Community leader.
Shout out to all my community leaders out there. We doing it.
absolutely.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you guys, if you come to the Bronx, you have to stop here at the Bronx Native, okay?
Yes.
Your merch.
Get some merch.
Vibe out,
Yeah,
chop it
vibe
up.
out.
Chop it up with me. Get inspired.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Yeah.
This is awesome. So before we get out of here, we have one more question for you. We're kind of hungry,
Yeah.
We want to grab some food after this. Can you give us one staple food spot here in the Bronx that really represents like Bronx culture? Like, where can we go?
That's tough. That's fun.
Not food spot, just a meal. Like
Yeah,
just a meal that we
like
have.
one meal.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That represents the Bronx.
That's tough. Because there's so much, and I mean, so much. I would say a couple just to, just to, you know what I mean. So definitely check out my boy. He has a bodega truck. It's called Bodega Truck, and he is literally a truck that serves chopped cheeses.
Yes.
Or chopped cheeses,
Okay,
you
so
know what I
I'm
mean?
thinking.
And he actually recently opened up a spot in Brooklyn. So he's in Brooklyn now. I already know. He has a physical space there, and he's doing an incredible job, all different kinds of chopped cheeses. And you already know chopped cheese is not only for the BX, but NYC, top tier sandwich right there. Another spot I will say is there's a spot near here, I would say is the best burger in the Bronx. Best burger in the Bronx, okay? It's called Milk Burger, right? Milk Burger, shout out to them. They're literally like 5 blocks away from here, right here on Bruckner. And one of the best burgers and different variations of the burger and all that good stuff. They have wings, fries, Henny Coladas, all that good stuff. But talking about Henny Coladas, I gotta take ya to City Island. You know what I mean? I don't know if you guys ever been. Yeah, so we have this little nugget here in the Bronx, a little island vibe. You know what I mean? It's like a little town that is by the ocean, and it's like a port town. And they have the best seafood and the best Henny Coladas you can ever have. You know what I mean? I will recommend Sammy's, Johnny's, those two, Sammy's and Johnny's. Sammy's and Johnny's. Right, Johnny's is all the way in the back. Oh wait, there's one more that I'm missing. Seafood City. Seafood City, Sammy's, Johnny's, right? Best seafood, everything you ask for, and is active. If you really want to know how the Bronx looks like in a summer day, go to City Island, go to one of those spots, and you can really see the beauty that is the Bronx. You see everybody. It's packed AF. But when you get that food, when you get that Henny Colada, when you look at the ocean, when you look at your people around you, it reminds you that this is a very special place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those are my spots right there. Yeah.
Yes. Shout out.
Let's get it. Yeah.
Ready for a Hennessy colada.
Yes. It's awesome. Anything is possible. Clock it. I just say everything. Let me stop. But no, thank y'all so much for coming by. And this is the beginning of my first podcast of the year. And that's it. You got me. And excited for the final product and excited for your journey.
Thank you.
Having these conversations, and I hope nothing but the best.
Thank you so much.
Big
Amaurys.
inspiration. Thank
This
you.
is another one, y'all.
Yeah.
We out.
Let's get it. Oopsie.